Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Philippines. And mabuhay, everyone. This is once again Jay Barbo hosting the live interview with Miss Universe Singapore 2020, Bernadette Belle. So I know you're so excited to meet the new Queen of Singapore or the Miss Universe Singapore 2020. So without further ado, so let's help me welcome our guest for this morning here at Pageant Trend. Please welcome Bernadette Belle. Hi,
Hey,
girl.
hi.
Please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, my name is Bernadette Belle. I'm currently a full-time model, actress, and host, and I graduated with an accounting and finance degree. I was born and raised in the Philippines, and I moved to Singapore when I was about 10, 11, I believe, 11 years old. And then since then have been a Singaporean. I graduated in Australia and was able to pave my way through studies internationally.
All right. So before we start our live interview sessions with Miss Universe Singapore, um, we are also live at the YouTube channel. So if you are new to our YouTube channel, so please don't forget to like this video first, and also click the subscribe button, and also click the notification bell so that you can always be updated or notified whenever we have new videos or live sessions with uh, king and queens of the pageant. Okay, so for the information of everybody, so Miss Bell is also a Filipina and knows how to speak Tagalog. So if you have questions, guys, please don't hesitate to comment down below, and the questions will answer as much as she can with our guest for this morning. Okay, so let's start our live interview sessions or the Q&A. Okay, so who is Bernadette Bell? Can kindly give us a short background of yours?
Sure, absolutely. As I mentioned previously, I was born in the Philippines. Both my great grandparents immigrated from China into the Philippines. And since then, my grandparents and my parents and myself and my sister, we have all been born and raised in the Philippines. So I personally grew up in Pasay City, and I studied until grade six, from kindergarten all the way to grade six in Makati Hope Christian School. And since then, I moved to Singapore. I studied locally in an international school, um, and graduated in RMIT. So RMIT is in Australia. And I studied an accounting and finance degree, which is so far from what I am doing professionally right now.
Okay, so when and why did you enter the world of beauty pageants?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about community. And it even started from the very beginning when I first went to the Philippines in 2018. I went there just to do a go see job. So that meant as a model, you go there for about 3 to 4 months and just work there in the commercial space. You do catwalk, fashion shoots. So that's what I did. I went to the Philippines and I had somebody, a family friend, contact me and asked me to meet Mama Ru. And since then, I've met the entire family, and that's where I also met Mama J. And from there, I had a relationship with the people. And the following year, in 2019, Miss Universe Singapore decided to have their creative director as Mama J, which is why it all kind of just expanded from there. The people that I met in the Philippines became the community that I met when I was doing the competition. And also just my friends here in Singapore, they were Filipino and they saw the value in me joining. So they really tried to get me on board.
All right. So is this your first pageant that you have joined, or do you have any experience in the pageantry?
Actually, I started pageantry when I was in university just to make some friends. So I did that, and then I also joined another pageant with Singapore Turf Club. It's the national horse betting arena in Singapore. And so they were trying to organize a pageant in conjunction with their annual SIA Cup. So that's just their annual competition. And when we did that, I also won the pageant for both those arenas. So I kind of have some experience, but I would say that Miss Universe is a completely different experience. You're meeting different girls in all walks of life from different professional fields. And the community expands not just locally, it also, crosses borders.
Okay. So before we moving on to our next question, so let's have first shout outs and greetings to our viewers for this morning. So we have our first viewer to our YouTube channel. We have Tony San. Hello to Miss SG.
Hello, Tony. How are you?
And also watching from our Facebook page live, we have Zambrano Paulo Gabo. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, afternoon po.
And also watching Kelvin Klein Lazarte Manalili. Hi po, you love Philippines.
I absolutely do, of course. I was born and raised there. Absolutely love the Philippines.
Okay, so next viewers, we have Emmanuel Garcia. Hello, good morning, Miss Bernadette. Please give me a shout out from the beautiful province of Tarlac. Thanks.
Hi, Manuel from Tarlac. Good morning. I hope you're having an amazing day. I know 2020 has been a very tumultuous year for everybody, but I'm hoping you're staying strong and we've got a new year ahead of us.
Thank you so much. Another viewer watching Alfred Aspa Mendoza. Shout out po, Miss Singapore.
Hi, Alfred. I hope you're keeping safe and healthy and that you've got good loved ones that's around you. I know we can't really be with each other in proximity right now, but I hope now you're able to still connect with them even if it's online like what we're doing right now.
Thank you so much. So we have, oh, we already have shout out this.
Hi
So
again.
next, hi again, Calvin. Please don't forget to share this live interview. Okay, so next we have viewers or from our YouTube channel from Angelo Mark's World. Hi, Miss SG. Love from the Philippines.
Oh, hello. Love to you back. Thank you for tuning in.
And also watching Michael Angelo Ramos. Hi, good afternoon. Shout out from Biliran.
Hi, Micah. Kumusta na? I hope you're doing well.
Okay, next viewers from Ms. Pa BK watching from Toronto. Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. What time is it over there?
Okay, next shout out from Levi de Guzman. Shout out Miss Singapore love.
Hi po. Love back to you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you can find something interesting in our talk today.
Okay, next Archer Postrano Lavinia. Hello, Miss Bernadette. Happy watching from Bulacan. You're so pretty.
Oh, thank you po. Thank you.
And also watching Jimboy. Shout out po from Bohol.
Oh my gosh, how are the Tarshirs doing?
I think they're still kapit lang. Char- Okay, a shout out from Cardoza MJ watching right now.
Hi po. Kumusta na? Hope you're doing well.
Okay, so Miss Pabi K answered your question. It's already 9:30 p.m. in Toronto,
Wow, about
Canada.
yeah.
Guys, please keep on sharing this live interview so that you can have a chance to shout out our guest for this morning's interview live session. Next, we have Watching Chris Mar Gabor Panya. Hi, Miss SG. Good luck po sa journey mo. Love lots from Quezon City.
Oh, thank you, Chrismar. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it.
Another shout out from Cian Luis Baisa Sevillaga. Shout out Miss Gorgeous Singapore from Quezon City.
Oh, thank you so much for tuning in.
Okay, next we have from Karen Joy Mangasang Fuentes. Hello po, good morning. Good morning, pa-shout out po.
Good morning, Karen. I hope you're having a great start to your Saturday morning and an even better weekend ahead.
Okay, next we have from Harvey Sunga Balbin. Ganda.
Right? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So, let's move on to our Q&A session. Okay,
Okay.
so tell us um, more about your preparation for this international pageant.
Yeah, I mean, I've touched base on this a little bit during the brand reveal a week ago. And I did mention that our attitudes toward pageantry is very different locally in Singapore as it is overseas. So I know to all you people out there, I see that most of them are Filipino. I know you guys have such a big heart when it comes to pageants, and I know you guys are very passionate about it. Unfortunately, here in Singapore, it's a different story. So, what I'm really trying to do here is just work with as much local brands, as much local creative talent as I can. And that is one of the preparations that I am doing as Miss Universe, is trying to get people interested here in Singapore, try to get them to be more involved in the whole process. Because again, it is a community, right? So I always just want to make sure that I'm not the only one that's working at trying to get to this point. I want a, a body of people to be, proud of Singapore and proud of the country that I'm representing and proud of the things that we're doing for the country. Second to that, I am also working with this amazing organization called It's Raining Raincoats. And so from my previous year when I was doing Miss Universe in 2019, I said that my advocacy was for migrant workers and people that were being underrepresented in Singapore. So they might not necessarily have as much means as the day to day person here in Singapore. And so it's Raining Raincoats partners up with MOM, Ministry of Manpower here in Singapore. It's a huge government body. And they basically do a lot of cool initiative events. So this weekend actually is International Migrants Day. And that means that over the course of 2 days, today and tomorrow, we're going to be volunteering in order for migrant workers to come in and just enjoy their day at open area spaces. So in these open area spaces, we've got photo booths, we've got educational booths, we've got, apparently we're going to be teaching them TikTok. We're making TikTok videos. So we're just trying to give them a day off in order for them to feel a little bit back to normal because COVID during this lockdown has been really stressful on migrant workers because what happened was they would be confined in small areas and there would be about I'd say like several workers stuck in one small room, so maybe even just a room as small as mine, and you've got 7 people stuck. So, COVID spreads like crazy. And so what happened in Singapore was when COVID hit, the migrant community was really hit, you know. Right now, I believe they're testing every 2 weeks just to make sure that everybody's okay. So it's been really stressful for the community, and that's what we're trying to do. And that's kind of my role as well as being a spokesperson in that community. And then for the physical aspect of it, I am trying to go to the gym every single day, but at the same time, obviously being very kind to my body because it is a stressful title. There's a lot of eyes on me. So I try not to be too hard on myself, just making sure that mentally physically and spiritually, I'm all aligned in one area. And then I would say for my catwalk, that's something I will be working once I go to the Philippines. There's definitely talk about me training in the Philippines. So I'm
Uh,
looking forward to that and trying to build my repertoire there. And then, okay, I know I've not been very good on my Instagram and my social media. There's not enough pageant photos out there, but yesterday we actually took a lot of photos and a lot of videos, and I'm really excited to share that with you very shortly.
of course, we're looking forward for that. More photos of yours for regarding with your pageant journey.
Absolutely, I want to share it with all of you guys, so definitely stay tuned for that because it's gonna come up.
Some of my viewers is asking, who will be your handler for this journey? Is it a Filipino or from there in Singapore?
So right now our creative director is Singaporean. Her name is Valerie. So she's been the one that's been organizing everything, taking care of the photo shoot that we had yesterday and pulling sponsors, and so she's the one that's really taking care of me here. I know that when I go to the Philippines, Mama J will probably be my handler because Mama J is the creative director of the team.
Okay, thank you so much. So, what is um, the best of being a Filipina?
The best about being a Filipina,
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't even be here if I was not Filipina. If some part of me has not been Filipina, I would not be here. And I think that when I said I started because of the community, it was the Filipino community, my Filipino friends that really ayayaan me to join the competition. And it is honestly the people that is the best thing about being a Filipino because whenever I am visiting back to the Philippines with my relatives being there home, I always feel a sense of warmth, happiness, and there's always so much patience involved as well. And I think those are really important traits in a person that I'm still also trying to like learn and develop and grow as a person. So I think it's really the people.
Okay, so what was the your first reaction that you will be representing Miss Universe Singapore to the next edition of Miss Universe?
Yeah, so I actually won a different title in 2019 when I was competing for Miss Universe. I won this title called Miss Charm, and we were supposed to compete in Vietnam in March. And so earlier this year, I was actually already in the Philippines training. And afterwards, when I heard that Miss Charm was being postponed because of COVID, I later found out that instead of doing Miss Charm, I was asked to do Miss Universe. And the original emotions was, ay, pwede ba to? Okay, okay lang ba yan? Like, di ba nagre-represent ako for that? I
Mm.
wasn't really sure about what was going on, and not until everything was officially made did I really say, okay, this is the real deal now, right? 'Cause, with COVID, you're making plans from last year pa, and at the end of the day, you're not getting them done or it's not happening. And for me, not until everything was officially met did it feel like, wow, okay, this is it. Obviously, with Miss Universe, I didn't realize this, but there's actually a huge pageant community internationally. And so when they, contacted me after our grand reveal, I was so shocked that there was so much love and support.
Okay, so let's okay, puputulin muna natin yung yung Q&A portion natin. So let's have a break first. Let's have another shout out to our viewers para hindi naman sila, let us recognize them.
Of course.
Okay, so another shout outs from watching Isabella Mercado Canatuan. Kanatuan. Shout out po, you're so beautiful, love, love, love.
Hi, Isabel. I love your name. Thank you so much, and so are you. You're gorgeous inside out.
Okay, next, viewers from Lito Matias. Wow, so gorgeous, Miss Singapore. Pa-shout out po from Samar.
So many emojis. I love it, Lito. Thank you so much.
And also we have compliments from yours. From
Oh,
Webster Agnes. Queenly looks.
oh, thank you, Webster.
And also comment from Karen Joy Mangasang Fuentes. Thank you po. God bless both. God bless
Thank
you too.
God bless you too.
Thank you, Karen, for watching. And please don't forget to share this live. And also watching Wilma B. Donasco. Good morning po. Pa-shout out po.
Hi, Wilma. Kumusta na po? It seems like you really
Ac-
like tours.
Actually, she's my sister.
Oh, hi, Wilma. Are you guys living together right now?
No, we're separate. And
Mm.
she has already a family, and I'm still single.
Well,
I'm
that's
living alone. Yes.
we all have our pros and cons. Yeah,
Yes.
complications.
Okay. Thank you so much to my sister watching right now. And thanks for the support. Okay. So let's move on to Chris Margabor Panya. Sana po Pinoy yung kunin mong handler.
Pinoy in Singapore representing Singapore.
Next, we have from Popo Swanes, Kyla. What does it mean? I don't know what's the meaning of that. So thank you for watching, Sir Popo Swanes.
Thanks for tuning in. Glad you guys are here.
Okay, so we have a question. I think this is question from Riche. Is she half Pinay?
No, so my parents are born in the Philippines, but they're both actually Chinese by descent. So by blood, I'm also just Chinese, Chinese folk, very Chinese.
Okay. Also, we have watching from the admin of Pageant Talk Philippines, Pageant Talk Overload Philippines, Anton Eder Shala.
Yeah,
Do you know what does it mean?
hindi po.
In Tagalog, it's social. In other terms, social.
Oh, so shy.
Shala. It's a gay word. Lengua. Okay, so he said that hello, Miss Singapore.
Hi, Anton. Thank you for tuning in. So glad you can be here.
Next, we have viewers from our YouTube channel. From Tony San again. You have my support, Miss SG, and also our Miss Philippines.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I'm really glad you guys are part of this for me.
Anton Eder also has comments. Congratulations.
Congrats. Thank you.
Okay, watching from John Sorry. Hello, Miss Universe Singapore SG from Cambodia.
Hi, John,
Wow.
all the way from Cambodia. Thank you for tuning in. Glad you're here.
And also watching Kenneth Villanueva. Good morning po. Pa-shout out po sa so gorgeous Miss Singapore.
Oh, thank you, Kenneth. You're so sweet. And good morning. I hope you're having your nice cup of favorite tea, coffee while you're watching us, enjoying your day.
Next, we have Lauren Verones. Ciao from Milan, Italy.
Hi,
Wow.
Joe. Thank you so much for tuning in all the way from Italy.
Thank you so much. And please don't forget to share our live.
Thanks for tuning.
Next, from our YouTube channel viewer, we have from Sabrina Chu. Good
Oh,
morning, Miss Universe Singapore. So proud of to have you representing us. Wow.
hey, Sabrina. Thank you so much. This means a lot to me. I'm glad that you're tuning in.
Again, from Kenneth Villanueva, we have he's from Himamaylan Negros Occidental.
Nice.
Thank you for watching. Sabrina Chu also have a comment for you. Sabrina Chu is rooting for you since 2019.
Oh, that's amazing. Were you at the Miss Universe coronation night?
Okay, so let's move on to our Q&A again. So how do you feel pressure right now since the competition is nearly approaching?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so next.
Of course. Well,
Um,
in that as well. You don't really know exactly when the competition is happening, but I did hear that the competition is happening in March, April. No, sorry, April, May this year. To April 2021. So it kind of helps a little bit to know when there's a deadline for when it's going to happen. So yes, definitely packing in the pressures very soon.
okay, so Miss Universe fans are so excited with your journey, and also the Filipino fans.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have our next question. What do you like most about yourself?
Most about myself is sometimes I tend to filter out everything outside of me. And that has allowed me to be more vocal about my opinions and has allowed me to be myself. Usually, a lot of us would have the chatter inside our heads to say, I'm not good enough. I don't think I can do this, or that person is judging me, or that person must think I'm not I'm not smart, or whatever that dialogue is. I still have those moments where I feel not the best self. Not every day is going to be my best day ever. But I think for the most part, I've been able to quiet those voices down.
Okay, thank you so much. What is one thing that we would not know about you just by looking at you?
Um, I would say that I'm actually pretty approachable, but I have a really big resting bee face, you know? So, okay, if I'm not smiling, which I mean, on a day to day basis, you're not just smiling whenever you're walking down the street, right? So, if I'm not smiling, I look pretty mean. Like, let me show you. Like, I look very unapproachable. And I think that plus the fact that my eyes are really really bad, like I need glasses to see far, so my eyesight's really terrible. And sometimes if I have people that I know walking down the street who sees me and I just completely walk past and I don't recognize them, or I don't acknowledge them, then people think, oh whoa, wow, she's so mean. But actually it really is because I'm blind and because I have a natural RB face.
Okay, so next, what do you think is the biggest problem facing young people today?
The biggest
Yes, the biggest problem facing young people today.
I mean, can we talk about isolation? Because that's been the most obvious thing this year. Because we've had to do physical lockdown, there's a lot of, internalizing all these changes that's happening from within. And it's sometimes difficult to try and figure out who you can talk to, who you can turn to, who you can really call your friend and your emotional support group. I would say it's that. And as much as social media allows us to connect, more than ever, a lot of people, even before the lockdown, have already been feeling a little disconnect within themselves. The fact that social media has played such a huge role on trying to compare each other on a physical level. So, for example, I'm posting photos on my social media. It can be really lonely when you're seeing all of that and comparing that to your life and judging your progress and your process to somebody else's finished product. So, I think that's a pretty lonely and isolating thing, and a lot of youths are dealing with that at the moment because social media has just boomed recently, right? in the last decade. So I'd say lockdown and isolation in a physical, but also in an emotional and mental sense.
Okay, so what can you say about the bashers, or how will you respond to them, just in case they have bashed you, or how can a queen respond to this kind of conflicts?
I always have this belief that whatever attitude you're getting from somebody, whatever opinions that they're putting on you, 80% of it is not about you. So I'm going to repeat that. 80% of their opinion about you, their thoughts about you, it's got nothing to do with you. Only 20% of it is. So when you really look at that ratio, you shouldn't really be taking too much weight into somebody else's opinions. And why I say it's 80%, you know, I might be waking up a really good day. Wow, I am so happy. I've got an interview with Pageant Trends. I'm so happy right now. And then I go out and I see my family and I say, "Wow, you're so smart, you're so beautiful." People don't realize, yes, I'm complimenting them, but I'm complimenting you because I think it's true. I'm not lying, but I'm complimenting you because I had a really good day. I feel good about myself, and therefore I can tell other people that they can have a good day too. But if I wake up and I'm so angry, I haven't had enough sleep, somebody yelled at me at work, then I treat you badly, it's got nothing to do with you. It's just the emotions that's pent up inside me that I feel I need to put on somebody else. So when we're looking at conversations that's happening, we always look at it from a different lens. We can't take everything so seriously, and that's something that I'm learning to do. And I know that in this pageant arena, there's a lot of opinions. So that's something that I have to continue at it. Continue, just realize that it's got nothing to do with me as much as it is, it also doesn't.
That's a great answer. And also, you should not um, focus on them. Just focus on yourself
Yeah,
and focus on your goal. If you
exactly.
want the crown, then focus it.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh, don't mind the basher,
Mm.
because bashers are always there.
We also want to also remind ourselves that, this pageant space, it from the get-go, I've been having so much love and support from the Filipino community, from the global community. And I always have to think about how that is the whole meaning of what Miss Universe is all about. That's what it stands for. I mean, there is this paradox where it is a competition and we are being pit against one another, but at the same time, it's a competition where we're bringing nations together in one stage. And that if that's, not about love and inclusivity, then I don't know what is.
Exactly. So, my next question is: if you could only have one wish, what would you wish for?
Somebody asked me this, if there was one wish, what would it be? And I answered, this was a question that was put to us on our IG Live. I did an IG Live with Ashia Tochiki, which is Miss Universe Japan. So check out our Instagram for that because I believe we're gonna do one with Cambodia soon. So my answer to that is I would love to allow people to remove that veil of judgment, because whenever we're talking to each other, there's always this preconceived notion in our head that they are this way. Ay, alam ko na mataray siya, parang she looks like, yung mukha niya kasi parang hindi mabait eh. I just want to remove that part that everybody has before they actually interact with that person, or even while they're having a conversation. We always have this thing looming at the top of our heads na ay, alam ko na ganun siya. Alam ko na ganun tao siya. And it's not necessarily beneficial because we see that play out in our family roles. We see that play out with our relationships. We have expectations because we have a certain thing that we see them by. And if anything, I think not just on a relationship level, I'm talking about the political space as well. If we are able to remove this judgment, then we are able to hear people better and understand them clearly and really see their intentions for what they are instead of that 80-20% thing I was talking about. So if I had that one wish, I would say just for everybody all over the world to have to remove that part of themselves, that judgment center. Syempre naman we have to judge, diba? I'm not talking na we don't have any opinions, ganon. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just to remove that small slither of judgment we have, that small voice, yun lang.
Okay, napakagandang wish for us.
Mm, mm.
Okay, so we have question from our viewers to our YouTube channel. So from Sabrina Chu, what do you think are your chances of placing this year?
Oh, it's so new to me. And because this is such a new competition that I'm facing, I really have no clue. I would want to say that I have a strong chance. I am definitely going to do my very best and, represent my country in the fullest that I can. But I know that there are amazing girls in the competition too. And it really is just about a mixture of luck, of support, of a vocal voice, of strong character, of the pageant team. It's about the handler. It's about so many different things. I'm not just talking about that one girl on stage. So to really judge that is very difficult for me to say. I hope I hope I have a really, really strong chance and I become a great contender for all these strong girls.
Of course, we will support you for your journey. Okay, so next viewer from Laika Julia Rivera Soriano. What a what an angelic face.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And also watching Jocelyn Saikan. Pa-shout out Miss Singapore, please. Love.
Hi, Jorfelin. Kumusta na po? Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys can like and share this so that we can keep passing on the conversations. Let me know what you think actually about the things I'm saying. See, alam ko it's not the conventional way of talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, don't forget to leave your comments and questions on the comment section below. So para sasagutin niya ng ating guest, 'di ba? Okay, so we have a surprise question for you. So ready ka na?
Okay. What is the surprise?
Actually, I have researched some of the final questions of Miss Universe. So
Oh,
you will try to answer it on your own opinion. So
you want a timer?
wala naman tayong timer. So you can answer it as much as you can.
I love it. Okay. Let's
Yes.
see.
Okay. So ilalabas mo lang kung ano yung opinion mo doon sa questions. Are you ready for our first question?
As ready as I can be.
Uh, just just enjoy. So no pressure tayo ngayon.
Sige, no pressure, no pressure.
So let's consider that it's part of your preparation for the Q&A.
Thanks for helping me.
Okay, so first question, I'm gonna flash it now. There you go. If a Miss Universe would have become pregnant during her reign, should she be allowed to continue as Miss Universe? This question is from Miss Universe 1999.
Wow, way back.
Yes.
Absolutely. She should be given a choice because just because she's pregnant doesn't necessarily mean that she's lesser than or not worthy of the title that she's already gained on her head. I believe that as long as it is in a safe place, when we're not talking about putting too much stress on the baby, as long as her emotional, mental, and physical health is being kept on check. Obviously, as a pregnant woman, she will need more attention. But if all those things are in check, yes, I believe she should be allowed. There should be a choice.
Okay, thank you so much for that wonderful answer. So, moving on to our next question. There you have it. Name something over the course of your life that you failed at and tell us what you have learned from that experience. This question is from Miss Universe 2016.
Something that I've failed at. Um, it's very difficult to kind of say this because if you might know, I actually did not win the title for 2019 Miss Universe Singapore, and that was the time when I actually competed. So the reason being why I am here right now is because of last year when I was training and I was a finalist. And people would say that that was a failure. People would say that not winning was a failure, the main title. But on hindsight, looking at where I am right now, I would say that no, that was not my time, and it was not meant to happen then and there. But at the end of the day, I don't think I'm really failing or losing on anything, right? I still have the crown, and it still manages to life, and the universe has honestly managed to fit itself the way that it wanted it to go. So I think failure is just part of the process, and you shouldn't be too hard on yourself when there's failures and setbacks, because you never know where it's going to lead you in the end. It might actually be something that opens up to a better opportunity. I think last year then I wasn't emotionally or mentally in the right place to be able to speak the way I'm speaking right now. I feel in the last year I've grown a lot as a person, and that's allowed me to be a better candidate to represent Singapore. So I think it's the best of both worlds.
Okay, moving on to our next question. Okay, there you have it. What is the most important thing we should teach young girls today? So, this question is recently answered by our reigning Miss Universe, Susie Bini Tunzi, from Miss Universe 2019 question.
We should learn to teach our young girls not to pit each other against one another. We should not compare, we should uplift. We should not strive to tear the other person down. We should strive to have a conversation and communicate. Because as women, we love to talk, right? We love to talk about different topics in life: beauty, wellness, spiritual, educational, any category we are interested in now. And we have this voice today. So I would want to share that the most important thing we can do right now for each other is to have conversations, have a medley of topics that is borderless, right? Any type of topic you can dream about, go for it. And don't use your voice to tear another person down.
Exactly. Thank you so much for that wonderful answer. Another question. There you have it. If there were new rules in your life for one day and you could be outrageous, what would you do? This question is from Miss Universe 1997.
So I actually had this question asked to me when I was on the radio show. I went to the local radio network, 1FM 91.3 in Singapore, and they asked me the same question. And just right off the bat, I understood it as right now, today, if there are no rules, what would you want to do? And I said, I want to go skydiving. But I think for this question, I'm going to answer it a little bit different. If there are no rules right now, what would I be doing? I think if there are no rules right now, I would. This might be a tricky question. If there are no rules right now, I want to wait, mahirap to actually.
Um,
I want
focus mo
to
yung ano, kung ano yung mga ginagawa mo sa buhay na dati bawal, mga gano'n. Let us say, um, mahigpit ka sa ano, sa sarili mo, your fit, um, tawag doon, yung health, fitness health, fitness. So, gusto mo kumain ng maraming ano, gano'n, rice.
actually,
You want to shop more, mga gano'n. So, there are no limitations in your life, aside from the rules.
if I had no rules in syempre kung wala namang rule na hindi pwede ako kumain ng chocolate eh. Wala namang rule. It's just about the consequences. Kaya lang
Uh-uh.
na-focus ako. And it's like, if there are no rules, obviously I would want everybody to start traveling again in order to feel like they're roaming free. And I would say that. Pero pinag-isipan ko, I'm like, wait, COVID, tapos may consequences, tapos no rules might not necessarily be such a good thing. So, okay, I guess that's my answer. If there are no rules in life one day, for one day,
Mhm.
and you could be outrageous, what would you do? I would do nothing because rules are a good way to kind of keep you in check, not necessarily to strap you down, but with everything that you do, there are consequences. I would want every one of us to travel, to live our lives to the fullest. I want to eat chocolate, and I can. We can
Correct.
but it's not, what are the consequences that go after that?
Okay, so let's moving on to our next question. There you go. What is the most important lesson you've learned in your life, and how would you apply it to your time as Miss Universe? This question is from answered by Katrina Gray during her final questions and from Miss Universe 2018.
The most important lesson I've learned is to have patience, to really just put yourself outside of the situation, whatever you might be dealing with. If you don't have that job you want, that paycheck you want, if you don't have that relationship you want, just step outside of it and just breathe for a moment and really listen from within and just allow the universe to reveal itself.
Okay, so next question. Wait, are you is Belle still single?
I am dating somebody, so
Wow.
I'm not single.
Okay, because this question is something related with the relationship.
Mm,
Okay, so I'm gonna flash it now. There you have it. Would you change your religious beliefs to marry the person you love? This question is from Miss Universe 2011.
absolutely not. I would not change my religious beliefs to marry the person that I love unless it was something that was gradual. Like I understood my partner's religious beliefs, I understood how there could be synergy or synchronicity between our beliefs and their beliefs. But if it was me and it was my personal identity and I really stuck by this, and I am a very strong I have a very strong conviction in my religious beliefs, then I don't believe that you should be pressured into changing it for somebody else's. If we're talking about, a gradual change, if we're talking about over time you have developed into a different person outside of that who you were in the past, and it makes sense for you and you really feel it deep within yourself na parang, ay, okay, I get this, and then yeah, I would say yes, but it has to be a natural decision and a decision you make for yourself.
Okay, so next we have what is the essence of being a woman? This question is comes from Miss Universe 1994.
Wow. I love how you're pulling all these different questions from different eras. An essence of a woman to me is somebody that has empathy, more so, as men and women, we are all wired differently. That's a fact. And I'm generally speaking, the essence of a woman has more empathy, more softness in the way that they're conveying their emotions, their messages, their thoughts. And I think we need a little bit more of that empathy and that love and that concern and thoughtfulness when it comes to the professional arena or the political space. So I think more women should be standing up for these roles and really speaking for more love. And I think that's what makes a woman, essence, a woman a woman.
Thank you so much. So moving on to our next question. According to the World Health Organization, there's urgent need for HIV testing across the globe. Do you believe that HIV testing should be made mandatory? The question is from Miss Universe 2009.
Singapore has been a really great vehicle in trying to drive more conscious effort to have a more healthy society. So in Singapore right now with COVID, we are actually receiving vaccinations. We're receiving vaccinations at the end of December, and the government has decided to offer them for free for their people. And it's something that is not mandatory, it's a voluntary thing. And I believe that no, we should not be making HIV testing mandatory because at the heart of it all, we should be giving every single person the right to choose. You need to respect their decision in order to take that step forward or not to take that step forward. We do, however, need to remove the stigma that's associated with HIV in general. It should be something that we could get out of, as easy as saying, hey, I'm just going to get a vaccination for smallpox, or hey, I'm going to get a vaccination for COVID. It should be something that's socially accepted. And so that allows that person to make that decision for themselves without all the external influences.
Exactly. So next, we have, do you think speaking English should be prerequisite? Why or why not? This question is from Miss Universe 2012.
Speaking English in the competition,
Exactly.
no. I do not believe we should be standardizing the way that we communicate with one another. All these different countries with different, you know, Taglish or Filipino or Keri, Keme, all these things. It cannot be condensed in the English language. And I'm not just speaking Tagalog. I'm speaking Portuguese. I'm speaking um, Swedish or any type of language. There's always colloquial text that has deeper wisdom that cannot just be transcribed into English sometimes. So feel free for them to speak however they want to because that's really them representing themselves and how they grew up.
Correct. Okay, so next question. There you go. In many parts of the world, obstacles still exist that impede women from achieving their goals in some corporations. What can women do to overcome this? This question is from Miss Universe 2009.
This goes back to what I was speaking earlier that women should have more conversations in a medley of fields. I talked about how we should be talking about not just beauty and wellness, and we should also be talking about legislative rights. We should also be talking about political rights. We should also be talking about agriculture. Anything that makes us interested in it, we should have more of a voice in. So I believe that if women were able to create that space and hold that space for all of us and allow us to see that, hey, she is in that arena. I'm kind of interested in that. Maybe I should go talk to her about it. And for her to have that openness, to have that conversation, will make more and more women be involved in different professional fields. So I believe that it all starts with a conversation. and it all starts with no judgment, free of judgment, and it all starts with love and being able to see this woman come up into my life, get up in my space, and hold that space together without feeling threatened, without feeling less than because somebody is trying to steal from me. No.
Correct. Okay, so next, there you have it. If you could be a fictional film or literary character, who would you be and why? This question is from Miss Universe 1994.
Oh my gosh, there's so many different characters nowadays. So much ever since Pixar came up. I'm gonna go back to my roots and it's so hard. It's so hard actually. There's so many good films now. It's kind of difficult. I'm gonna go back and say that the character that really left an impression on me was Mulan
Wow.
and the Disney Mulan. I used to have the VCR. Do you know the VCR?
Yes.
Big tape, and then you have to feed it in, and then it has like this film inside, and you have to physically rewind and forward the movie. I had a VCR of Mulan, and me and my family, we were traveling, and you could see me traveling in the US, and I've got my VCR with me, and we're having family photos. That's how much I love Mulan. Mulan has just been such a pivotal character in the way that I see who a strong woman is because I'm sure you guys know the story. They just recently had one. I'm not talking about the most recent Mulan, not that one. That one was no good. I'm talking about Mulan Disney cartoon version. She was strong and she loved her family so much that she was willing to sacrifice herself despite the social and familial restrictions that was imposed on her. They were saying, you are a woman, you can't do this, you just need to be wed. That's the only value that you have in society is to find a good husband. You cannot fight, you cannot stand up for yourself. So those things were definitely ingrained in me from when I was really young. When I was when I was in the Philippines, I would be so inspired by Mulan. You know that scene where she's in the air and then she does a flying kick?
Yes.
I would practice that flying kick at home. And I'm pretty sure I can still do it today. So I would say that Mulan has really been that character that has molded me into the woman I am today. Even a cartoon character.
Okay, thank you so much for that answer. So let's have um, your knowing about yourself again. Question. What is what are your fun facts about yourself? About you?
Fun fact.
Yes.
Fun fact, I went to an international school in Singapore, and all my best friends decided to go everywhere else to study university after we graduated high school. And fun fact, I was super upset. I wanted to also travel abroad. I wanted to study in Australia. And I couldn't because at that time my parents were starting their own business. And when you're starting their new business, it takes a lot of capital. And so they told me honestly, you know, we would want for you to get the opportunities that you think you want. You want to study abroad, we want to give that to you. But right now we can't. We need to focus on this one. So actually, fun fact, I did not graduate here in Singapore, even though I started university here in Singapore. I actually graduated in Australia. And when I went to Australia, I was working so hard trying to survive there that I was juggling 4 different jobs at the same time. I was alam mo yung crepe, yung manipis na pancake. I was a crepe maker in a stadium. over the weekends. I was retail staff at Zara at this really huge mall, the biggest mall in Melbourne. I was a waitress in an Italian restaurant. Also a canteen lady in a local canteen. So I was a lot of things, and it was purely because of my drive to want to study in Australia. And I managed to do that. Syempre, I can only afford one semester. Mahal kasi. But
Correct.
at the end of the day, if you want it to happen, it will happen.
Okay, so one last question for this fast talk. Okay. What's something you want to learn or wish you were better at?
Something I want to learn. Okay. I wish I was better at being a little bit PC, politically correct. I usually tend to speak my mind in a way that might not necessarily translate as well as it should. So let me just give you an example. Because of the way that I've been thinking, right? Whenever it's an 80-20% ratio in my head, the way I've been communicating is I usually just I don't take people's opinions too seriously, but at the same time, people don't take the same approach I do, which is 80% none of your business, or 80% not necessarily none of your business, mali yun eh. 80% doesn't necessarily have to do with you per se. Most people take 100% of what you say as Bible. They think, oh, this is real truth that they're trying to push out, but they don't realize that actually no, it's only a small fraction of what they're saying is actually what they want to convey. No. So in saying that, sometimes when I'll say something, maybe it will be misconstrued. So I would say one thing that I would really love to try and improve on is to be a little bit more PC, I suppose. Just a little tad more sensitive to other people's opinions or feelings before actually executing what I have to say.
Okay, thank you so much. So before we end this live, we're gonna have some last shout outs to our viewers.
Yeah, sure.
Greetings and shout outs. Okay, so we have Tito D. Wow, nice. Hope she can guest also to Tito D TV. I already have message to Belle last week pa daw.
Wow.
Yun.
Okay. I would say, can you message Miss Universe Singapore? So it's at missuniverse.sg, because Valerie is the one that is organizing the interviews virtually right
Thank you so much, Belle. So we have Tin Tinto Tin. Pa-shout out po. Relaxing Hands, Las Piñas.
now. Relaxing hands. Cool. Hi, Ken. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Kumusta na po kayo? I hope you're staying safe.
And also, my nephews are watching right now to our lives live. So I hope you could give some shout outs to them. So there are three. So we have Jetro, Jo Marie, and also we have Gian.
Hi,
Thank
Jethro, Jo Marie, and Gian. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a great day, and we're having a lot of fun here at Pageant Trends. I hope you've been able to learn a little bit or learn a little bit about myself, and um, I hope you guys will be a part of this conversation that we're having. Kasi daming questions, daming good questions din, right? So
correct.
hopefully people are having, their own views on the whole thing. Because I don't want to be the only one talking here. We all have to be talking here.
Correct. Okay, before we end this live session, so please promote your journey here in Pageant Trend and also your social medias. If you have YouTube channel, you can promote it here and also promote your advocacy.
Yeah. Okay, well, you could find me on Instagram at Bernadette Belle, which is at I think there's my name is spelled out there naman, Bernadette Belle. So at Bernadette Belle, that's my Instagram handle. And I also have a YouTube channel. I am actually going to come up with new videos maybe next year with the Miss Universe contestants. That's something that's on the talks at the moment, just planning for it. So do check out my YouTube channel. It's also Bernadette Belle. And then just my name. And then for my advocacy, it's Raining Raincoats. Right now we're fundraising for this really cool initiative. Basically, on Christmas Day, we want to invite the migrant workers to ride on the tour buses and to drive them along Orchard so that they could see the Christmas lights. So obviously that needs a little bit of capital, and we're hoping to raise more funds for that. So if you go and type on your Google search, it's raining raincoats, then you will be able to find their webpage with all the different initiatives that they're having, and all the fundraising is also available there.
All right. Thank you so much, Belle. And once again, if you are new to our channel and Facebook page, please don't forget to click the like and follow, and also click the subscribe button so that you can have our new videos.
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
itong videos na to is it's automatically uploaded in our YouTube channel. So right after we end this live. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. And before we end, once again, I would like to thanks or acknowledge the Miss Universe Singapore organizations on behalf of um, Miss Valerie, right?
Yes, Valerie.
Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Valerie, for allowing us to conduct an fast talk interview with Miss Belle. And
Thank
we are looking forward on her journey, and also we will support her until
you.
the end of the competition. So we're still here supporting all the queens of Miss Universe 2020 candidates, and I hope that um, she will win this
Thank
year.
much. Wow, that's a big, big ask. Thank you so much. I am so appreciative of every single one of you guys who have tuned in today to listen to us and to have a conversation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Any message to your fans and supporters who are watching right now all over the world?
We are in this together, and it's been a hard, long walk this 2020. I know it hasn't been easy, but we all come out as winners. We all come out stronger, and with struggle and without defeat, there is always a voice of change and a voice of action. So in 2021, make sure to catch us as we perform on a stage to give you more hope and to give you this entryway into who you can become in the future, or even maybe even who you can become right now. So I'm glad you guys are part of the journey. I'll be posting more behind the scenes. We just did a photo shoot yesterday. I'll be posting more behind the scenes on my socials so that you guys can really understand the day to day life of being a pageant title holder.
All right. So let us support Bernadette Belle on her journey. Just follow her on her Instagram account, and so that you can have an updated photos and videos related to her pageant journey as the new Miss Universe Singapore. Okay, guys. So this has been your host for today's live session interview with Miss Universe Singapore 2020, Bernadette Belle. And thank you for tuning in, and have a nice day ahead and blessed. Thank you so much, guys, and keep safe.
Thank
Bye. See you on our next live interview. Thank you so much, Belle.
Thank you, of course.